Welcome into the Shop and Beef Show, episode number 7 of season number 5. Casey the Beef, Cregan, Zach Locks Parker, JJ in Tampa. Good to see everybody. What's going on, boys?
What up?
It's another beautiful day.
Hell yeah. Enthusiasm for the win.
I was
No positivity.
completely unprepared for the show tonight, which is on brand, right? But
Right?
I was looking up our favorite high school football team because I missed Eddie Lockett's. Just a friendly reminder, and it looks like they got beat. They're 0-3. They got beat by Pulaski County, 35-33 yesterday. No, today. No, 9-8. What's 9-8? That was
last
like a week ago. Yeah.
that was last week. I
Sounds
missed
like
that.
Nebraska scores.
Yeah. They have this week off, bye week, and then next week they go to Richlands in Virginia. So we'll be sure next week to get just a friendly reminder
This is where the comeback starts.
from Eddie Lockett. Yeah, 0-3, but you never know. Last year I think they were like under 500, right?
Yeah, they missed the playoffs for the first year or something, or am I missing that by another
They
year?
went to the playoffs, but they had to lose. I don't know. Anyway, welcome in college football season. Week number 2 was here last week. What a week it was, boys. Do you want to give us any kind of rundown of what you believe, like what happened, and or do we want to?
In the first 2 weeks, where do you want to start?
It was great.
That's true.
First 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks. I
2
remember.
weeks.
We've had 2 weeks.
It's been 2
We had
weeks
2
since we
weeks.
had a
That's
show.
right. Because
Georgia defeat just blew the brakes off of Oregon. That was week 1.
That seems like a month ago.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. It's crazy how we wait so long for the season to be here, and then once it's here, it just flies.
Gone. Yeah.
We've had 3 weeks of football, but it's week 3 this week.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
all right,
One thing that
go ahead.
go ahead. You start. You got it.
Can we do something and demand? Can we stop this bullshit preseason rankings?
No. What else would we do if we didn't have it? Because something has to fill that void.
You just like, okay, well, we know who's coming back. We know who's going on. Well, let's look at the strength of the schedule of all the teams we think are going to be there.
Buddy,
And wait for them to play the fucking games out until week 5.
You're bitter because you were overranked.
What do I got to be bitter about?
Because you have something on your chest that was number 5, which was clearly, you can even admit that was way, way, way higher than they should have been ranked.
Do you want me to go off now or later?
You might as well just cut it loose. Because
I think he's prodding you.
That should have been, at best, 10 to 15 should have been Notre Dame. You even know it. Don't lie, okay?
Oh, I completely agree.
I think I back JJ here because he was saying 4 losses from the jump. So
I was thinking 3, but now it's looking like 5 at least. Who knows? Now no quarterback on top of it. Clearly no offense. Like, go ahead.
Okay.
Here we go.
Notre Dame fans, you fantasy world fucks. Okay? When we lost to Alabama in the playoffs and only lost by 17, that was the rallying cry the next year. Oh, we only lost to Alabama by 17 because they beat Ohio State by 30. All right. Yeah, let's realism here. This year we go to Ohio State, lose by double digits, like, oh, this is a moral victory.
But you were winning in the third quarter.
Who gives a shit? Close the goddamn game out.
Do you have popcorn?
I'm going to stroke.
Closest thing I have to popcorn.
This has been 20 years of Notre Dame fans. It's like,
true.
Oh my God, we're going to be so good. It's going to happen. You know what? The fucking Israelis spent 40 years in the goddamn desert, and we're getting pretty fucking close. It's been 1988 since the national title. And Notre Dame fans still think that with our academic standards and our high praises and the lack of NIL money, that every kid wants to go to fucking the middle of Indiana.
It's cold as fuck, and you're
cold as fuck, miserable, hardly any broads.
You gotta be Catholic as shit, or you don't fit in.
Okay, and here's my stats. Okay, you ready for this? In 2 games, the quarterback has 31 completions.
That's not good.
That's
right.
Not really
15 a game, 15 and a half.
55% accuracy. Okay. Wide receivers. There's 4 wide receivers on Notre Dame.
Okay.
They've got 12 of those passes.
Yeah. Tight end's a big target.
You guys have seen Clemson football. You'll have one receiver can have 12 catches in a game.
Yeah, not in the last 2 years, but yes, I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Ohio State's guys.
Yes.
Most normal offensively minded teams.
Tight end completions, 16. 13 to one guy.
Yeah.
He's the stud, though.
He
Michael
is
Mayer.
a stud, but if you're a defensive coach going against Notre Dame,
Let's
how
see.
the fuck hard is it to figure out?
Well, that's why they put like 5 of them on the field at one time. 5 tight ends on the field at one time. You know,
yeah, confuse them. Okay,
like
where's number 13?
Shell game. They
I don't know where people think Tommy Rees, the offensive coordinator, is some goddamn genius with Big Ten offensive style play.
Tommy Rees, hot commodity in
everywhere
the season, right when Kelly quit, fired, whatever, left. It was like, well, is Rees going to go? Where is he going to go? And like, boy, his stock just fell off the face of the earth.
Let me tell you what, I love Marcus Freeman. Notre Dame fans better get used to this. Is going to be a long goddamn year.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long year. And I guarantee you moral victories. Hey, all 3 of us are in sales, right?
Yeah.
You get a moral victory when you fucking lose a sale?
No.
There's no moral fucking victories, Notre Dame. Get it out of your goddamn head. You got to start cutting the nuts off people and shoving the rosaries down their goddamn throats.
Hey, good to see you, Kevron. I apologize
Love
for
you,
Mr.
guy.
Jeff tonight.
Well, I got a new hat. It's my all-black Notre Dame.
R.I.P.
That is like funeral procession until these guys get their shit together.
It's tough, man. It's tough, and the defense is supposed to be the calling card, and they're even kind of shit in the bed right now.
Well, of course they are, because they're on the field for 45 minutes a game.
Another solid point.
It's like, they're all sucking in oxygen and going, Jesus Christ, are we going to have another 3 and out?
You can't blame all this on Tommy Rees either. Look at his options, right?
Why not?
What?
Well, hold on. They have Chris Tyree, who's a running back, who was the number 2 guy last year, but had some moments, could catch it out of the backfield. He's fast as can be. I haven't seen him much at all.
This isn't a team that can come back if they get down more than 2 scores.
It hasn't been even since Brian Kelly, Charlie Weiss, Ty Willingham. Let me tell you what, if I'm Notre Dame's football team, I'm going across the field. I'm going to the track team, and I'm getting 5 of the fastest son of bitches they got over there, and I'm going to shoot that football gun that shoots the footballs at them. And the guys, I'm going to shoot 500 fucking balls at each one of these fuckers. And whoever catches the most, running the fastest, is the new wide receivers for Notre Dame.
I do remember Coach Holtz. He went over to a track spot.
Coach Holtz, I'm telling you, I get these son bitches running like goddamn gazelles.
He got a kicker from the soccer team, I remember, way back in the day.
I got to read you guys
something. Got a kicker from a kegger.
I got to read you guys something. Keep talking for a second, but I have something that's...
I need a heater. I need a smoke bad. I'm so fucking frustrated watching these goddamn people.
Tough, dude. Hey, you got a Cal team coming in that has a better record than you.
We're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
Because
one of our picks.
The mediocre number 1 quarterback for Notre Dame's out.
Yeah. For the year or 6 to 8 weeks?
A few weeks.
Shoulder, right? Collarbone.
Yeah.
Here's from 24/7.
If we're lucky.
From 247's Irish Illustrated. I got this this message board post, which I thought was really funny. And JJ, you should probably just listen to this because it's along those same lines. It says, I'm sure most people in here who aren't alumni aren't aware of this, but Notre Dame has full contact 11-on-11 intramural football where you play against other dorms. Coaches used to come to games all the time and offer kids walk-on spots. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically, they said that the guy goes on and says, I can tell you 100% certainty there were kids better than Ron Paulus playing intramural football.
Go to the track team. Go right across the goddamn field.
They may not want to. They may be studying to be a lawyer. And
so what? You get the best tickets on Saturday afternoon.
Give a shit. That school's tough. We don't want to go play sports unless you have to. If you're not there for that, if that's not your focus.
When Holtz was there, he got the administration to lower the education.
I don't know if he did. That's why he left, because he wanted Randy Moss.
No.
Not it?
Ricky Waters couldn't spell his name.
Yeah, true
he
story.
got into Notre Dame.
Yeah. But I remember that was a big deal. It's like he wanted Randy Moss. They wouldn't let Randy Moss in because he couldn't meet the standards.
Well,
so they said,
I didn't think it was possible, but he made.
And then where did Randy Moss go to?
Huh?
Marshall.
Full circle, bingo, bango, bongo.
That's a good Marshall team.
That was a
fucking Matthew McConaughey was on the
Red Book
sideline for them.
Red Book.
God, it hurt. I agree with you guys. I didn't think they should have been 5th. I don't think they should have been 8th. Casey gave me his little props on the back. Thank you. Yeah. Didn't need a Palk's arm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's tough, Jeff. And I've said to you and Palk on the text, so I wasn't ragging because I put myself in your shoes. That's awful for week 2. And now it's just like, fuck, now what do we do? It's a long season. And it's still USC, Clemson,
BYU,
UNC,
yeah, who can play?
Well, they don't have a defense, but they might
USC at the end of the year.
Yeah, they're going to be grooving by then.
It's a 6-loss season.
They're the number one offense in the country.
Yeah.
Huh?
USC is the number 1 offense in the country right now.
Yeah, they're hot.
I think
I wonder why.
I think someone picked them for the playoffs.
I threw my notes out for that day, so I don't remember.
I did.
I picked Utah, so that was a good pick after week.
Good bet. Good pick, my friend.
I feel like Mike Greenberg. He has the kiss of death, the KOD on a team. Like, I feel like every year I pick a team that's like Iowa State a couple years ago. Like,
we got to talk about my prediction.
Let's do it.
Let's go. I'm done now.
You feel better?
Cleansed.
No.
I know. I'm sorry.
I should have drank more.
Sucks. Hey,
there's still time.
Clemson needs fans.
Huh?
Clemson needs fans. I am on this bandwagon right here, boys.
There's 4 more hours in the day. Hi, UK. You
still on the UK? Yeah.
10-2 is what I said. They may go 11-1. Look at the schedule. All right, they're 2-0. Beat Florida at Florida. I called the upset, right?
I was with you. That pick.
They got Youngstown State, Northern Illinois, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Mississippi State. Then they play at Tennessee, tough. Missouri's terrible. Vanderbilt, terrible. Kentucky, they got Georgia at home, could be good, probably a loss, and then Louisville. That's their schedule.
I like Oklahoma State. Yeah, I'm going Oklahoma State.
There's two teams on that schedule for them. 10-2 for the Wildcats. Called it out the gate.
Who are they losing to? I wasn't listening.
Never mind. You're just the host of the show. No big deal.
We'll figure that out later.
Possibly Tennessee. Most definitely Georgia. Probably Georgia. But the Georgia game's at least at home, so they'll at least have a fun, homecoming.
Good tailgating.
But man, their schedule shapes up nice, and their quarterback is nasty, and they get a running back, I think, in like 2 weeks back, who's a stud. So
you liked them this past weekend against Florida? Did you watch a lot of it?
Yeah, I watched a lot of it.
I watched the whole game.
That looked pretty good.
I thought he struggled. Levis struggled early in that game.
Right. Yeah, the running game's nice, though. Defense played pretty well. Florida gave it up, though, too.
The defense is good.
Yeah, Florida gave it up. They're lucky to get out there with the win still. I think Florida gave it to them, but
to go on the road to Florida,
right
after Florida's big win against Utah, like that's
game a big 2, too. You don't have all your shit together. Your playbook's probably not even all the way open yet. So and plus they get this kid coming. I'm just high on him. I don't know.
A lot of quarterbacks, 2 quarterbacks from Connecticut of all states that are really high right now with Tyler Van Dyke from Miami and Will Levis from Kentucky.
I haven't seen any of Miami yet. I haven't watched them. I haven't heard
Sure you will this week.
But
we are going to be this week,
A&M, right? Yeah. At A&M, yeah. At
Yeah.
A&M, yeah.
At A&M, but does that matter? App State went in there and beat them.
Not so much, suckers.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, I got a question for you guys
Yeah,
because I haven't had a chance to watch.
I like this free form right here that we're doing.
Does Clemson going to have a quarterback controversy?
No.
Yes, confirmed.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No chance.
It is a definite possibility, probably.
But here,
Maybe possibly.
Let's just talk about the two levels of.
You
Clemson
say something,
fandom.
I'll say the opposite. Go ahead.
two levels of Clemson fandom here. Okay.
Very much so.
I watched the entire game versus Furman.
No.
Furman.
I watched the entire game versus Furman.
I watched 3 to 5 minutes of the Furman game.
I saw Cade Klubnik versus Furman playing with the ones.
Saw it.
Yeah.
1 for 4. Very not great.
Okay.
Really?
There's not going to be a quarterback controversy quite yet. He still has many weeks. People were saying, week 4, and then DJ is going to transfer. It's not going to be week 4. It's not. DJ's going to go at least 6-8 games before, if there is. But Cade did not look good. He kind of looked like a freshman this weekend. Mm-hmm. And in 2 series, he did not look very good. He jumped out of the pocket a little bit too soon. His throws were off. And, yes, he only had, 6 opportunities. But I don't think so yet.
I think it was a smart play by Dabo just to give Dipstick 5, let him play a lot.
He looked great.
Let him play this first half, sit him this week, get him ready for the next 2 games because I think it's going to be tough coming up at Wake and then NC State at home. Back-to-back is going to be tough. But, Cade's going to get probably the whole second half of this game coming up, which is good for him as well. Because then when we go
playing the Sisters of the Poor.
Then when we get
Louisiana Tech.
Then when we go, who Casey thinks we're going to lose to. So then when we go to Notre Dame, that's when Cade will be the quarterback. Jeff.
I didn't say we're going to lose.
Have a chance. I predict that Cade will be the quarterback when we play Notre Dame.
Mr. Yarber says nothing good comes out of Connecticut, and he would know. He did marry a girl from Connecticut. And Marty's trying to give us football knowledge for some reason. We don't care that Miami's best receiver's out. This isn't Sluggo here. Wow, this guy.
Looking good, Marty.
Why? Who bet that one?
Didn't you?
No, I don't remember. Are you kidding me?
I remember my picks.
I got to send you some money and some picks.
You can't send me anything in South Carolina.
I don't need any help.
What?
I'm 6-0, 2 weeks. I haven't missed one yet.
In Sluggo, he is.
I haven't missed a pick yet. Dominating.
Okay. Hey, we have our own show, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
So
next.
College football adopts a 12-team playoff for 24-25. We're 2 weeks late on this, a.k.a. 5 weeks early for the Chop and Beat. So.
Right. We're right on time.
Schedule.
We are right on schedule. Falls in line with the baseball preview. What are your thoughts on the 12-team playoff, especially as a Notre Dame fan? You guys would probably still be in it.
Yeah, you're in.
Oh, absolutely. All we got to do is have that one win. We're going to be right back in the top 10. Right there, boys.
You and A&M.
With 3 receptions and wide receivers. It'll be awesome.
Your receivers at least catch the balls,
Yeah, in the locker room. What? I'm all for expanding the playoffs. So I think it's great. So I know we argued about this last year and all that kind of crap, but if anyone gets to have a chance to win it, or more teams get a chance to win it, I'm all for it.
I think one of the big downfalls is the fact that there's been so many blowouts in the 1-4 game and 2-3 game that you can get those too. But I just think, as a college football fan, I've heard this. I've probably stealing it from somebody I've heard it from, but let's watch more football and to have a chance to watch a game like a Florida-Utah or a Georgia-Oregon. Yes, one of them was a blowout. The other was a surprise, but still, like having those type of teams play each other, I'm all for it, man. Let's do it.
Here's what I think would be fun. All right, 1 through 4, you got a little bit of pressure on you, because you're expected to be there. The rest of the guys got nothing to lose. I mean, open up the playbooks, have some fun.
Well, the
get a free trip.
The proposed setup is it not 1 through 4 bye week, and then the
5 through 8 have a home game.
So it's going to be at home, right, versus the rest, which is great. I think this was mentioned. I don't remember if it was like week 0 or it was in the off season even. So the bowl games right now, as they are an absolute joke, right? Like nobody watches them. They're terrible matchups. It's late in the year. A lot of these kids are opting out. Flip the whole schedule. Like this week 0 this year, miserable, right? Nebraska lost, LOL. Like every week. Take the bowl games and put them first. Week 0, stuff like that. Was some of those matchups early? Then get rid of those stupid bowl games at the end, and then make that the playoff. I don't know. It's just a way just to still get all that money. You still gotta get that money because that's where it's got to come from. But there's still a lot of logistics they got to figure out with the kids in school, playing more games. How many do you? If you win a national championship, you're 15 games?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's 3 more.
I tell you what, I kind of like that idea.
This will make it 17. Carry the 1 plus 4.
Subtract 2.
If you're at 1 through 4, you only play 2 other games, right?
So
yeah,
the same. But if you're so it'd be 3. So it'll be
No,
so
you're playing 3. You're
potentially play 16. 16 or 17? Yeah, not math.
Math.
But yeah.
18 games.
It's going to happen, guys. We all know that. It's just a matter of when. And I'll tell you who's going to dictate it is my boy, Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner. De facto.
You guys are buddies, aren't you?
The new king of kings.
Yep. Let me text him real quick.
But Cheng was going. Here's what I think. I like your idea about the bowls in the beginning of the year because once again, this comes up with the argument that would start the rankings.
See? There we go.
I mean, you have those, a couple years ago, you have Alabama and Virginia Tech, and it was 1 against 8 or 10. Then Tech gets railroaded. Okay, out.
Yeah. But an early loss wouldn't hurt you type of thing, and you do something to get a little taste.
You still have a chance to climb up. Yeah. I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. So call me, Greg. I'm here to help.
I think we got this figured out.
Sounding board, bounce some ideas off me.
I'm ready to be the NCAA board.
I have an SEC shirt. I can wear it in our meetings. What else do you need? I mean,
I'm trying to think how this is going to work here. So,
in study hall? What's going on?
Yeah. So the 8-9 plays it in the 1. So that's, then the 1 plays the 8 or the 9.
Play the Jeopardy.
The 1 plays the 4. And then so the higher seeds have got 3 more games, and the lower seeds, the 5 to 12, have 4 more games if they go all the way, and the 1 through 4s have 3 games if they go.
3 like that? I always do a 3 like this.
Because my fat finger, I have a hard time. I used to do it like this,
3,
like with just and then my right hand, which I'm right-handed. It looks
like this in the outfielder.
It looks like I have a dead hand. So I just started doing this, and then when you're like a really
kind of strokey.
When you're a flamboyant umpire,
right?
Like that's how you do. 3 outs. You gotta maintain control of the diamond.
Back in your former umpire life.
This is like the great argument about the middle finger. How do you flip that one off?
Some people are doing like the the little like folded fingers around it.
Other people then you got the tips around the tree.
The thumb.
Tips around the tree. I'm a straight up hold the thumb first finger.
I'm that guy too. I'm this. Like here you go.
This is the jersey though.
The next is it flip off or flick off? It's a P.
Flip off.
It's a different.
Flip them off.
Flip. No, there's no. You're not flicking. It's not like
I didn't say flick. I said flip.
I know. That's what I'm saying. People say flick off. No, it's flip.
Or in Missouri said it's good morning.
Next topic.
That's how we feel in Jersey too. So. Scott Frost fired from Nebraska.
Really?
Thoughts?
When did this happen?
This week.
It didn't work. No
But how
matter
about
what.
this? There was reports out that he was showing up late to practice, that he was like insubordinate.
Really?
There's one guy when
Reported
Read
to
this
who?
on Twitter. It must be true.
it was an interview this guy did. Yes, I saw it on Twitter because that's where I find all my news, and it's all true, all of it,
I don't.
or message boards.
Okay, here. Then that will be the second coach that we talk about a lot. Coach O goes back home to LSU. Scott Frost goes back to Nebraska, and they're both head cases when they get the job. Right. I find that tough to believe. I mean, like you said, everyone wants to go back home at some point in time. It just didn't work out.
It's funny. It doesn't ever seem to work out. Like, yes, Coach O won his national championship. He didn't go to school there, but he started his coaching
Louisiana
career.
kid, yeah.
He won a national championship. That's great. Then 2 years later, he's gone. Like Frost. Everyone wants their hometown boy, but at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, it turns ugly. And it didn't work out for Nebraska, and now those fans probably have a sour taste in their mouth over having their boy.
Other than the Iowa State coach, who else could you picture with that job? Who the fuck would want that? The pressure.
It's a blue blood program.
You want to say it.
No,
you want to say it.
It's
Say it.
not him. It's
Deion Sanders.
Hell no.
Could you imagine Deion in Nebraska?
Herb.
No way.
Bring back the herb.
No.
Give us reasons to hate again.
But okay, again, the Iowa State guy, he's not even that great. He's not proven. Like, is that a big win? You get
chicken salad and chicken shit.
I don't know.
They're a blue blood program in their minds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like Notre Dame.
But they haven't been a blue blood really since 97 they won, I think.
Was it that long? No, it was earlier than that, wasn't it?
97 they won.
Did they win or did they get beat?
I
think Miami beat them that year. I think that was the Miami year. Or like 93. 94.
I think 1991 was Tommy Frazier.
94, 95, 97. I'll be damned. I thought it was.
They won national championships in 94, 95, 97.
Yeah.
Jeez, I hated those guys.
Yep.
But that's I mean, another name could to get himself out of purgatory. What about a Gruden?
No, he's canceled.
Yeah, I don't think he can there.
Yeah. What's his name? Former coach of the Houston Texans.
Bill O'Brien.
O'Brien. Yeah.
Bill O'Brien.
Was it Penn State? Is he at Alabama now?
Yeah.
He's Alabama OC.
He's in the Nick Saban rehab
in the
school.
tree. In the
coaching rehab school.
That's right. I could, that would be fine, but no ties or anything. Like some schools want. There you go.
Thanks, Eddie.
Damn.
Thanks, Eddie. Eddie, I need some explanation on our Beavers being 0-3. I really do. We're not happy.
How about those Cowboys, Eddie?
The fans of the Chop and Beef Show are getting a little restless here. We needed to get a victory next weekend. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Together, please.
Yeah.
Nebraska's trash.
I'm going over the conversation in my head. The only coach I can think of was Steve Spurrier. They went back home and was successful.
Yeah.
Went back to Florida after being a player. Oh God, I can see those smoke coming out of both y'all's heads.
What? I can think of somebody.
Oh.
The current Georgia coach.
Kirby.
Did Kirby go to Georgia?
Yeah.
Played what? Cornerback?
Yeah, he did with his college roommate Will Muschamp.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
Charlie Weiss did a fantastic job at Notre Dame.
Was he a Notre Dame guy?
Yeah, he was, wasn't
he? Yeah. You can't. He ate a Hall.
What happened to him? My word. Gonzo.
Mangino. Him and Mangino hanging out probably at some buffet in Vegas.
And speaking of teams that are back, how about Kansas?
Yeah.
How about Kansas?
Yeah. They got a big one this weekend, and they may surprise some folks.
An offense all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's Leopold, man.
I can't even tell you who the hell coaches those guys.
They play Houston. Lance Leopold, who came from Buffalo. UB, not the Bills.
That was a good program when he.
Yeah, they were good.
Was
they were
good
good
last year.
Yeah.
Let's move to week 2. Big games from week 2. Bama and Texas. Professor versus student. Here's a quote that Sarkisian said, and they said it on the broadcast, and I thought it was funny. And
you're gonna say what I think you are.
no, I don't know. Maybe Sarkisian was asked a question, and he was like, "Well, I just feel like our boys need to show up so that out of respect for Nick Saban, we need to put a good product on the field or something like that." I'm like, "Shut up, dude."
How about
quit honking his Bobo? My God.
Right. There's dick riders everywhere nowadays.
Jesus.
Get off his nuts. He doesn't need it.
He does not need it. But I got a little bit more respect for Saban after the game when his players are doing the Longhorns down.
That's 15-yard penalty on you, sir.
Yeah, but after the game, when the Bama players were doing that, he jumped their shit.
He should.
And apparently he did in the locker room, too.
Yeah, I like that because you don't do that shit. I'm like, whoa, hey. I mean, it was right on TV, too. It was like, wow, oh, great. Nick, get him. But he's still in Alabama. So
live PD.
Huh? They coming for me?
Live PD.
Yeah, he did do it on. It was.
That's good. He jumped on him. I mean, you want to talk about moral victories? You were saying earlier, Sark did it after the game.
It's a loss. You were leading. You lost.
He's like, we won. No, but you didn't. You lost. Like you really lost.
Hey, Sark, go back to rehab and figure out what reality is. Look at the scoreboard.
Is he going to protest the game or something to the NCAA and get it as a win or a world win or something?
He won because he probably just got a contract extension in the mail.
Yeah, that's true.
Just for hanging in there.
Did you all think it was a safety?
100%, yes.
Yes. That was some shit right there.
There's the game right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and the missed 20-yarder too earlier.
The missed 20-yarder. That's what
How about the hair on that kid?
He looked like the dude from the Michael Jordan documentary, the guy that we used to gamble
with. He's like, that dude.
That's all. Yeah, that's all I kept thinking of when I was watching it. I'm like, that's the dude. Now we know where he is.
And if he looked suspect, what's his name, Quinn Ewers, like you got all the money, like mixing a barber, bro.
Yeah, you got NIL money, dude. Come on.
It was like sticking out.
I think he's trying to make that a thing.
Speaking of Texas, I mean, since we're talking about them, what are they going to do now without their starting quarterback?
Yeah, they got the Hudson Card kid, but he has
terrible.
He's got an ankle though. He was on one leg last week. I think you were going to be the quarterback if he went down. If he wasn't able to go
back, they got a stud.
They called
Bijan Robinson.
He's awesome.
Okay,
something out of nothing.
Xavier Worthy, the wide receiver, he's really good too. Yeah, I mean, I think that game's different if Ewers was there. That's the thing that Bama fans are like, oh, here we go. Texas talking about their quarterback being hurt again. But
I missed that first half. I guess y'all said he looked pretty good, huh?
That offense was moving. Yeah. I mean, he was moving. He was delivering the ball, and the wide receivers were beating the DBs.
Yeah,
like no problem.
They're back.
It's awful damn funny how Alabama mentions the most important position on the field like it's no big damn deal when they knock someone out. It's like, really? Come on.
Yeah.
Kind of big. He touches the ball on every offensive play, whether we like to admit that or not.
Speaking of touching balls on every play, Spencer Rattler, South Carolina at Arkansas. How about that game? Was that a moral victory for the Cox?
No.
No, they weren't. No. That wasn't close. They were never in it.
Yeah, but they still put up 30. It was like 51-30 or something like that, right? It wasn't close.
Go ahead.
I watched it. I watched a lot of it.
I did too.
Because I had an interest in it. But, Arkansas was like, they kept them being like one play away from making a 3-score game, and it had just been demoralizing over. And then they'd like fumble it or some shit or turn it over in downs. So then South Carolina would score, and then Arkansas come right back and make it a 2-score game. It was just, they never got closer than 2. And it should have been a 3-score game the whole time. South Carolina has nothing. They are in deep shit this week playing Georgia, man. Lost 2 of their defensive starters. Their offensive line is miserable. Spencer Rattler has a cannon for an arm, but makes poor decisions and is on the run constantly. So
you're saying take Georgia and the points?
But it's a lot of points, but I still think it's like 27. I think
I think we're picking it. Are we picking it tonight or no?
No,
no. He left that one. He got some good games this week.
There's some great games on our thing this week.
But I think this is going to be a Georgia-Oregon type of score. I think Georgia's going to go in there and fucking light them up because the first
it's at game, South Carolina too.
They don't give a shit. They're going to fucking burn them up. You watch.
I'll tell you this:
Stetson Bennett is good. I don't like to say it. I don't like that mope. But, I mean, he's playing great right now. I don't get it. Like, maybe he's good.
Is Pittman the coach at Arkansas? Is that his name?
Yeah. Yes, Sam Pittman, yeah.
I tell you, in a 3-year span or 2-year span, he's really turned Arkansas around. You got to give that guy credit.
They're good.
2 years, right?
I mean, he's got a right attitude with that just.
Look at it. I mean, he's obviously Georgia said that he was their best recruiter.
Yeah,
and he's bringing them in. Arkansas wasn't it a brand new facility too down there? Wasn't it when Chad Morris was there? They just
Walmart
finishing it up. Yeah,
that's right.
Brand new full facility. So
Jerry Jones.
Yeah, it's the Jerry Jones facility. It is.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he donated a shit ton of money toward it. So, Arkansas their quarterback's a bruiser. He can run. He can throw it pretty good too.
He's good.
He can run too. He's a load.
Hey, real quick, I want to go back to Scott Frost's last game at Nebraska.
Yeah.
Who's the head coach at Georgia State who got a lot of crap for not having the best of the best teams?
Clay Helton.
Clay Helton, the USC.
He's at Georgia State.
Yeah, Georgia Southern.
Southern.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
Georgia State is the guy that was the interim coach when Muschamp got fired.
That's right.
Or was it Muschamp? Or it might have been the one before Muschamp. Anyway, he was at Elliott.
So, yeah.
Where are we here? App State at Texas A&M. App State scored 60 against North Carolina and lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come and put on a clinic against Texas A&M in time of possession, something like 43 minutes to 14 minutes. Math.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous,
though. It was crazy. Yeah. There was wasn't there a kick run back too? Mm-hmm. So that's not going to do much for you for time of possession, but still, they just said sustained drives. And A&M does not have a quarterback. Absolutely.
King, right?
App State put on a tackling clinic in that game. I mean, there wasn't too many guys that for the first time they got hit, they stayed down. That I noticed. I was like, oof.
Yeah, I just kind of flipped to that a few times, kind of like in disbelief, like, no, they'll get it. So I didn't watch a ton of it. I saw the end, obviously, but I was like, this is not going to happen. And
once I got the alert on my phone that said that A&M was on upset watch, I turned it on.
Yeah,
it was a great game. I watched a lot of it. It was a good game too. I was flipping back and forth every time there was a commercial.
There was a lot to watch this past weekend, man.
There was. Tennessee at Pitt was a heck of a game.
It was awesome.
Great game.
Yeah, it was great. Tennessee's fun to watch. I mean, Pitt's fun to watch too, honestly.
Yeah, but their defense was supposed to be a lot better than it has been for the first two games for them.
Keaton Slovis is probably still limping. He got the shit kicked out of him.
He's not playing this week.
Isn't he? Really?
Yeah,
he was in a car accident.
He got hit and flipped almost that one hit. I was like, whoa, get a stretcher. So.
Kentucky at Florida, we talked a little bit about it before. That was a heck of a game as well.
Great game.
Yeah.
Great
absolutely.
game.
Southern Cal went into Stanford and beat the snot out of Stanford. I was not awake for that.
It was a sleeper. I just wanted to see USC's offense, and it was all cylinders.
What a whiff! I picked Stanford in that. they played them tough, like 3 out of the past 5 years.
Beat them 4 out of 5.
Yeah,
and finally the Mormons, those 35-year-old freshmen, they might be for real for the first time since Ty Detmer.
They're ranked 12th right now.
I think that's probably low at this point. If they win this weekend
at Oregon,
and I mean that's a statement game for them.
They are tough. I mean, they're physically tough.
Yeah,
Well,
they're good.
They're mature.
Yeah, they're 30, you know.
They all have mustache.
They all got kids.
They do all have kids. Have been in missions already across the world. You know,
they all have mortgages.
Worried about the bills.
Yeah, I gotta eat.
Oh yeah, right. No
Locks,
joke.
do you have the updated stats from last week for the season for us?
Yeah, I actually.
Oh, you sent them to us, but
I have the overall.
Overall, it's perfect.
Overall, you guys are both 5-5, 5 honey, and your boy me is 6-4 on the season.
Wow, so it's anybody's ball game here.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
We got 5 really good games here that we're going to pick tonight. And again, if you're just joining us for the first time in season 5, I'm picking this year, which I haven't done ever.
Well, you should be, man.
It's going well.
Wait, yeah.
It's going well on this one. Yeah, I'm doing great. About 50%, I'll take it.
Hey,
first game
is a good thing.
We'll start in Oregon. Is that Oregon, correct?
Yeah, at Oregon.
BYU travels to Oregon. We just talked about it. Oregon 3.5 point favorites in this game. JJ, you go first because you and me are tied for last, and in first, so you can go last. Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm going to take. I am believing in BYU. They are solid. They're tough. They're 30 years old. Good veteran squad.
I mean, do we need to fact check this? They really might be 30. Like we keep on talking about it.
27.
Yeah.
There's a punter, I think, on LSU that's 36.
I did see that. I think is it 34, 36? It's old.
Something like that. Yeah. Good for him.
I will take BYU and the 3.5. I think they're going to physically pound it.
If you're giving me points, I know it's at Autzen Stadium, but if you're giving me BYU and points, I'll take the points. I'm going BYU.
Yeah, make that a clean sweep here. I'm going to stick with BYU until they prove me wrong. I don't think Oregon had a whole lot to show. I mean, I didn't see who they played last week. It was probably a cupcake, but they got stomped by Georgia. And why wouldn't BYU do the same thing to them is the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
The way they've
physical.
Looked. Yeah. They're old. Yeah. They're mature.
They are a pro team age-wise. They're a veteran team.
Not a big travel factor going from wherever BYU is to Oregon.
It's up there somewhere on the map.
From the state of Northeast BYU.
Over there.
I think they got to go over one state.
Oregon put a 70 burger up on Eastern Washington, so I guess
that's fair.
Eastern Washington.
And I do remember that score. They had 70 at the start of the fourth quarter.
Nice. Nice. We'll move on to another really good game. Locks, you picked some good games here. Penn State travels to Auburn. They've had some travel issues. I don't know if you've heard about that. I haven't heard the whole story, but apparently they've had some travel issues. Couldn't get in to Montgomery the other day.
Lucky them.
Auburn is +3.
Wait a minute. Penn State couldn't travel?
They were trying some reason they couldn't land in Montgomery, so they had to go somewhere else and stay.
These are just inside tips we need to know.
Inside tips. I'll lead off on this one. I think Auburn wins this, and again, you're giving me 3 points here. I'm gonna take those 3 points here. I just don't trust Penn State. I don't. I know they have a quarterback that's been there for 45 years. I know Auburn's probably down a little bit. I just trust the SEC over the Big Ten. And Brian Harsin, I think, again, you're giving me 3 points. I'm up 3-0. I'm going to take that when I can on those games that I feel like are 50-50. Auburn, Locks, you go.
This is going to be your Tennessee Pitt game last week. 3:30, nice little matchup. Good, two teams you can
interconference game.
You could give 2 shits about either team, right? But you're going to watch it because I think it's probably going to be a pretty good game. Yeah. Probably lower scoring too. I think 24-31 type of thing. I want to say Penn State, but I'm going with Auburn too. Like you said, 3 points, home game. Place is probably going to be nuts for it too. I think early in the year it's going to be hotter than hell.
Penn State travels too.
They do, But good luck getting a ticket to Auburn. Those fans are pretty wild. So, I like Auburn in it, too.
I am going to take – now, remember, they played last year.
Did they? Up there?
Yeah.
They did.
And Penn State beat them by 8. If I remember. Now, here's my thing. What Casey said, I think the opposite. I don't know who Auburn is now.
Yeah, I don't either.
At least with Penn State, I've seen them play. I saw them play in that Purdue game beginning of the year.
That's right. They played the first game. Yeah.
Seen a couple of. I like Penn State in this one, even though they're giving up 3.
I like it.
That's a great pick. Sean Clifford's the quarterback here for Penn State.
Sounds like a very Penn State quarterback to me.
It does, right?
Yeah, it does.
What's up?
We got a good one in the ACC Big 12. Texas Tech and their high-powered offense travel to NC State.
Yep.
Should have been ready here. Yes, Texas Tech at NC State.
Yeah.
Carter Finley Stadium. NC State's giving 10 points. That's a lot of points. Locks, you start this one.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points, and I need to listen to your analysis.
It is a lot. Analysis is hot, so get ready. All right. I had NC State written down, and now I just switched to Texas Tech. Jeff, you're up. I don't know, man. I've heard NC State was supposed to have a great defense.
You don't have to dial it back.
I've heard they're supposed to have a great defense, but I don't know if they have.
You're going Texas Tech, huh?
I am. I'm not potentially to win the game, but to be within at least 10 points. I think it's going to be a tighter game than you think. Texas Tech can put it up. They can still spin it. So just kind of winging it out there, bro. I don't know if NC State blows them out. Look out, freight train.
I am taking the 10 points in Texas Tech. I think they can hang with NC State.
I got you.
They beat top 25 Houston.
Yep.
They've actually had a kind of a challenge game, so they got a good challenge game underneath their belt. I like 10 points in Texas Tech.
Battle tested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Texas
I'm
Tech.
trying to cram.
Doing quick research here. I see
Texas Tech new head coach Joey McGuire.
Is that Mark's brother?
I think it's Mark McGuire's brother.
Is that Al McGuire's son?
It all of the above. They're all related.
Does his family own a Irish bar in Pensacola named McGuire's?
The McGuire clan.
I hate NC State with the white hot intensity of Thousand Suns.
Yes.
Devin Leary's from New Jersey.
He's off of exit 24.
No, I'm not sure where he's from. He's one of the. It's Timber Creek High School, which I don't know where that is.
I was kidding. Digress. Go ahead.
And I worked with the school, so I did a good job at doing that because I don't even know where his school is. I'm going NC State, and I don't know why, and I don't like it.
It's a 10. I like it.
Very confident. I like you picking NC State.
Confident pick. Way to go.
I don't like that at all.
Good pick.
Like it.
Fine. We'll go to back to College Station and their cringeworthy yell practice. I can only imagine after they talk trash about Appalachian State what they're going to say about the University of Miami comes to town.
With a border collie.
Yeah, and their awful takes on their opponents. I can't wait. I hope someone needs to film it this week because I'm sure it'll get racist. But University of Miami, Texas A&M 5-point favorites.
Racist?
5-point favorites a week before.
That was a great 2 minutes right there.
Is it hot in there? A week after they got beat by App State, they're still 5-point favorites. You take 3 for the home. JJ, you go first. No, who went first there? I went last. JJ, you go.
No, it doesn't.
Jesus Christ!
It does. I need
betting
time
on
to
us.
think. I need time to think.
I'm taking it. I've already done this. I'm taking Miami. Texas A&M hasn't shown me shit.
Yep.
I'm going Miami too, and I don't know why because I haven't watched them for a second yet.
Miami.
I just think that offense is good.
Yeah, and Texas A&M does not have that quarterback. I'm just going to throw that out there for
Tyler Van Dyke.
Time. Yeah, just nothing going for me. Prove me wrong, Texas A&M. You number 24th ranked bunch of turds. Show me.
Shots fired, A&M, in your yell practice. Maybe next week we'll film our own yell practice.
Go back to the Big 12.
Yeah, Big 8. What's up?
Come on, we want Texas Oklahoma back.
And And finally, Notre Dame at Cal. I think Locks is doing something here.
At Cal.
This was a tight line, I thought. This wasn't bad. Like
Cal's 10-point
This is
favorite.
at Cal? I thought it was at Notre Dame.
No, it's at Cal.
No,
you said at Cal on the damn lettering.
It's at Cal.
It says Cal at Notre Dame is what I wrote.
Dude, what are you doing? Let's look. Let's look.
Check this shit.
Let's see. It says it's on their sheet. It says ND at Cal, but I didn't do that.
It says Cal at Notre Dame.
No, did I have dyslexia?
It's at Notre Dame. So Cal at Notre Dame, and Cal's 10-point favorites on the road.
No, it's at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is a 10.5-point favorite at home versus 2-0 Cal.
We need new interns to be able to.
Where's Tracy at?
You know how I know it's at Notre Dame because it starts at 2:30.
Because it's on your phone.
No, because it's at 2:30 because Notre Dame can start games whenever the fuck they want.
Because you read it on Twitter.
Hold on.
And don't believe everything that you read on the internet. Signed, Abraham Lincoln. My turn. I'm gonna go Notre Dame 10.5. That's too much.
Notre Dame.
That's too much. I thought I wrote it down wrong too. So I had Cal -10, and so I was all day. I was going Notre Dame. I'm going Cal here because that number's too big. Too big. And there's a hook there. Too big.
10.5. Right, the hook. Is that what hook means?
The half. The 0.5.
The half point.
Is that what gamblers call it?
Yeah, it's the hook.
Yeah, like we know. Yeah.
I'm waiting on the spinning wheel of death on my phone.
Come on, I got the Chiefs down 10-0 for fuck's sake.
I mean, it's fall.
How are you watching it?
The world's.
When you see me do this every couple of minutes,
it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime.
So how do I get it on my TV in the hotel?
Download the Amazon app on your phone.
And then I can just
the Prime app. You have Amazon Prime?
We do, yeah.
You have to. You live on an island.
We do because Laura does.
Just download it on your phone, on your iPad.
My wife does.
Prime app. Yeah.
Okay.
The hook. I got Notre Dame.
Jesus, you just have a stroke?
I think he did again. Another one.
I got Notre Dame to come back, baby.
Yeah, come back. Well, for reasons I already explained earlier tonight, no wide receivers, backup quarterback, defense don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm taking Cal in the 10.
I am going to dominate you guys this week.
Bill Long is in the chat. Thank goodness.
He's entered just in time for the show to end.
All right. Fuck yeah.
To recap the picks, Zach went BYU, Auburn, Texas Tech, Miami, Notre Dame. JJ went BYU, Penn State, Texas Tech, Miami, Cal. And I went BYU, Auburn, NC State, Miami, Cal. I don't know who's different. I can't do that math right now, but I know
which ones are right.
Quit picking my picks.
I agreed with Locks for 1, 2.
We're different on 2.
For 3. I agreed with JJ for 1, 2, 3, 4. And I agreed with myself for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
I'm different.
You agree with yourself for 5?
I'm different from both of you, each of you twice. So yeah, domination shall occur.
Oh,
or
I'm coming back.
A game or 2 back. Either way.
Hey, if you feel something scratching at your inside of your ass cheeks this weekend, it's me climbing up it and getting in there.
That's gross, man.
Wow, that sounds sexy as hell.
Gross.
On behalf of JJ Tampa, Zach Locks Parker, I'm Casey the Beef Cricket. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks for chiming in. You got to chime in more. God,
chimers.
Dog.
Yeah, we've been gone for a week. People start riding the wave, and then we disappear.
The wave that is life.